Possible downfall of Beastcoast at all times, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
But hear me out.
Here you go. Bristleback. And you said, I would say out of all these teams we've seen, Whisper does seem, I mean, through every single region, Whisper seems to be the greediest offlane player. And we heard because he did used to play that middle, even used to play carry a little bit. But sometimes greed's good, sometimes greed isn't good, and we'll have to see this game as it's a very less greedy lineup on NoPing with an offlane Batrider, a middle Kunkka. And I kind of like this draft because it throws back to what they were doing. We're just going to, have a solid draft, and we're just going to play as a team correctly. And they win games doing that, so I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep my eyes out on the mid lane. This is an incredibly snowbally matchup. If Kunkka manages to keep Slark low, then Slark just will be underwhelming. But knowing how a good Slark player should do, and knowing that Chris Luck, I have very good faith in him that he will snowball this lane. So what he does with that is quite important, because making space for that Hector Radiance against the PL, their primary source of dealing with those illusions in the mid game, that timing is super important. If they get that Diffusal Blade on PL before the Spectre hits Radiance, they could be in for some trouble on Beastcoast.
Yeah,
at least far ahead of it.
Yeah. And it is, I mean, ADR, I know it's not about a KDA or anything in this game, but so far I believe the worst game ADR has is something like 14-2 and 16 on his puck. And this middle lane, as you said, very snowbally, and both these players have played well, whether it's in the laning phase or in the mid game. So I'll let you watch the mid lane, and I'll keep up to date with everything else, BSJ.
Sounds good.
It is an Ogre 5, so we didn't see Ogre much in SA, at least. We saw it a bunch in SEA. They're going to be bringing it out, so you got that Bloodlust. Is Bloodlusted PL? I know it is better, but you don't normally think of like PL as like, oh, he's a Bloodlusted hero.
Yeah, he doesn't mind it. The early CSing, he has pretty good base damage, so the extra attacks may help him get a few denies here and there.
Well, middle lane already. It was the chicken kill by Theo, of course. The chicken was going back. He just snipes it. So we'll see if 4DR wants to harass a little bit more, knowing he can't bring even more regen. He brought a set of tangos.
He did manage to bring those tangos,
yeah, he got
that would have been pretty bad, honestly, if he hadn't been able to get those. But
lane swap
considered.
Costa Belay, he does TP bottom, so they see that. Do you TP yourself if you're Beastcoast, or do you mind these lanes either?
I think you're fine. You just have to be careful of feeding this Batrider, because he's going to have a good lane matchup no matter who he's against, other than the Slark. But you pick the Slark to go mid.
Yeah.
You're obviously not going to put like the Spectre mid or anything. Bristleback has 5 sticky napalm. Make that 6. Firefly deploy. There's no way you live, but spam that W. Nope, he's dead.
And he goes down, as you just brought up, Batrider. No one can get away except this Slark, but the whole reason you picked it, so you can match up in middle. And now already Tavo with the quick start, which is nice because the Ogre, he can kind of do whatever he wants, and, well, he's pulling one range creep. Bottom lane, though. Sorry, tri-lane going.
Yeah, I feel like Batrider's been ignored largely in the North American and South American regions, while in SCA it was first-round ban almost every single game. So this hero seems still high priority, at least in certain regions of the world, for good reason. I think his matchups are still pretty damn good most of the time, especially in like a later pick of the draft. And Tavo off to an absolute free farm start on Batrider. Despite not having all that many CS, Batrider usually just doesn't because of his terrible base damage, but he will scale quite hard with levels, and his farming speed should be unhindered.
Oh, courier by Ogre. He'll snipe it. Yep, there it goes. But he knew it was there the whole time, and he was waiting because he saw it run in. And then he saw him die. He's like, well, it's probably still behind the tower. So Schofield, he TP's up top as well. Already 4 stacks. Make it 5. Is he just dead, BSJ?
He might be. The Ogre might be willing to take the tower for him. Inkswell up to dissuade the dive. But KJ doing a great job of taking the tower. He might go down to the Quills, though.
Yeah, be careful. The fire, he needs to go in the middle. He can't top
One more Quill.
Tower hits, he's dead. Wait, healing himself?
That's not worth it all.
I thought he might heal himself. He would have lived there because the Quills would have hit him, but he will just go down. It's a 1-for-1, as you say. Support for a farmed Batrider, not the best.
Yeah, most notably, the Bristleback's going to get an entire wave of farm uncontested that he previously was not getting because of the pressure Batrider was applying. So really good for him there.
Yep. And then that bottom lane, I mean, it's funny because the bottom lane is going to be the least amount of action, but maybe the most important. It's both of the late game farmers. Ooh, leap into middle lane, going to do a lot of harass, steal a lot of agility. They are trading hits on each other. There's going to be an X and a TP. There's going to be the cleave. Do we have a stun? Oh, we do. That's a nice play. I loved how he waited to X him until he saw someone TPing in. And that's just, as we said, NoPing with that good teamwork.
Yeah, odd that he didn't go for the Orb of Venom on Slark in this matchup. I think it's pretty crucial in those moments where Kunkka was on his high ground and you want to basically walk him down with those Essence Shift stacks, but Kunkka managing to kite him all the way back to his hill, and that's what I meant by snowballing match. Yeah. I've seen this happen before. This isn't like Chris Luck being absolutely terrible. Oh, that's a... Oh!
Chris
Nice.
Luck gets
that
it.
was huge. That even he would have broken it even with the Dark Pact, but
denying it to him.
Yeah, either way, like if he allowed him to get that regen rune, that could have been an absolute disaster. Maxing out the Essence Shift, 3 points in it at level 5.
Meanwhile, is Schofield just gonna die to an ogre here? He needs to get to his tier 2. He's gonna try, but there's a level 2 stun. He's actually just gonna run him down. He has Inkswell. He hasn't used it. There it is. 2 more attacks will do it. 1 more. No, he makes it out with that stick charge. Wait. Okay.
He's 8 mana short.
Yeah. He said he like popped the stick. You could tell he thought he had the mana with the stick to get the stun, but still Schofield will pop his healing salve and get out of there. Less than 1,000 gold lead for NoPing. A lot of it coming in that mid lane where the Kunkka is ahead. Top, Whisper in a little bit of trouble. Do we have the Inkswell? Doesn't want to dive under the tower, as you see. Some wand charges plus mangoes on the Bristle, always ready to stay in lane. Uh-oh, boat coming in middle. Will hit Chris Luck. He does time the Dark Pact pretty well. Chris Luck just leaps away, pops the healing salve, but this Kunkka feels like he's a little, if not a lot, bit ahead right now.
Almost the Courier Snipe bottom by Lilith, but gets away narrowly. Schofield once again. This looks like some deja vu, I feel like.
Yeah. We'll see. KJ versus Schofield going in.
Nice turret.
And they get the kill.
Roche coming to say hi after getting hit by that Tidebringer.
Ooh. What do you do now? Because this bottom lane, we're just trading farm. Who is leading in that? Spectre 33-1, PL 34-7. Pretty even. A little lead for the PL, and I look at the net worth. Yeah, it's only a 1 creep lead pretty much at this point.
He is about 200 XP above him as well, so just probably utilizing some pulls in the safe lane, naturally gaining that XP lead. K1 getting harassed pretty significantly bottom, and meanwhile...
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Whisper and Tavo both drop to 5 HP, and Whisper gets the kill on the support. Dude, Batrider versus Bristle is fun, because you just, like, the burst damage, like, it's not burst, right? That's just a kill. The Goose stack gives him the minus armor, so Schofield gets it in 1 shot. This top lane was looking a little bit bad for him, and now Whisper gets a double under his tower.
Yeah, I don't think NoPing heard me out, dude. That's a bristleback.
Wow, it really is. As you said, Hector was getting a lot of harass bottom.
Does salve up. Spectre, the big deal that made Spectre way more powerful early is in the last 2 patches, she's been given 2.5 base HP regen. So every minute when she's regenning up, effectively has 150 more HP. And as you see here, trading back and forth bottom, Dealercore might go down to the nuke. He does. Utilizing that neutral creep centaur to Splinter Blast. Very well played by Laylis, but
Hector.
KJ just seems to be everywhere.
He is, but they might not be able to get him. A nice
he has
double
passive
slow.
in 3 seconds. He's going to get him.
Ooh, and he's running forward. Bonk gets him the hit.
Meanwhile Slark, yeah. Level 8 Kunkka to the level 7 Slark, who is maxing out the Essence Shift, so he has absolutely no way to recover in terms of farm. He has to fight his way back into this game, and I've experienced this myself from the Slark perspective. If you fall a bit behind, that Kunkka cleave before level 6, it harasses you out of lane. It's scary, and then not only that, but when you if he hits level 6 before you do, like you did in this case, that boat Torrent combo, it threatens you. If you're half health or less, you can't purge off the X, so you're guaranteed to get hit by it. And even if you can purge off the stuns themselves, they still do the damage. And it's really tough to play against Kunkka from behind. I specifically remember playing it against Crit and getting stomped when I was the Slark and he was the Kunkka, but he's also a decent player, so I don't feel
he's
too
okay.
bad. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, you talked about this. People seem to forget, you know, oh, man, it's Chris Luck with this Slark. He's going to dominate anyone. People forget ADR is the OG beast middle from South America, and we're seeing he definitely still has it, though he was out for a little bit. And is this it's a full level plus a little bit more lead. So does the Kunkka just sit middle now until that tier 1 tower is dead? Because usually Kunkkas want to rotate, but they're losing their lane. I haven't seen a Kunkka win their lane in a while, so I don't know. Does he just stick around and farm? Does he need
absolutely.
to rotate? Okay.
Look at his item. He's got it queued up a Radiance, so There's really no way to kill him if you think about it. From the Beastcoast perspective, as long as he's topped off.
Whoa, wait up. There's going to be KJ. He gets the Torrent up on Winter Wyvern, but there's 2 heroes chasing him. KJ might have just tanked this gank. It will be a permanent agility for the Slark, but he does maybe save the Kunkka's life with his positioning there.
Yeah, and meanwhile, top, Bristleback turns his back on life as he goes down.
Him and his courier.
Yeah. The couriers are feeding a plenty, yeah.
They are this game, and there's going to be the outpost taken as well by Theo Lacour. So NoPing, they're up by 2K right now. Costa Bile, he's deep into his tier 2.
That's a bit greedy from him with no mana or health. Ogre maybe coming in with the South
pinged.
Clarity. Damn.
Yeah, I saw yellow pinged, and I'm like, I wonder, I was like, if this was a pub, he was pinging because he messed up. But because we're in a team game, he's pinging because he's like, I got you, bud.
Dude, that Ogre only has 1,100 net worth. He just salved him and Clarity him. That's like 1/8 of his net worth. 12% of your life just to give your carry a bit of efficiency. That's selflessness if I've ever seen it, Grant.
Yeah, where was these supports when you were playing carry, BSJ?
That's why I gave up on it.
Hector treads 1K. Costa Bile treads 2 Wraithband 600. So a little bit ahead on that. PL and Chris Slug and Schofield, they're looking, can he get the leap on? Theo tries to sidestep, can't. Doesn't use the lift quite yet, waits. Oh, and the ulti, so he can't get lifted. Schofield will end up getting that kill with the ink.
Yeah, really smart play to ulti there. Just wants to get the kill. Not really scared of dying or anything, but if he gets lifted, he will not get it after the Dark Pact expires. Maybe get a few free hits on 40R there, or 80R. Does have 14 stolen agility stacks right now. Make it, it's going down, but they're smoked up. Wanting to make something happen. That is a lot of free damage and attack speed.
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure the tower saw it hit the Slark, the smoke. So none the wiser is KJ. KJ playing in the dead lane as Ogre. They're old. Are they really old? Damn, this Ogre. KJ has been playing well all game. I did not expect him to use a Spectre ulti, a 3-man smoke gang with a Slark to bring him down, but they do. And
hey, you gotta work your way back out onto the map.
Okay.
When you're behind like this. You don't want that 2K lead to spiral, and the best option is to go to the opponent's safe lane. It always has been. Always will be as far as I'm concerned. Whisper getting gone on, trying to farm some neutrals, but
he'll get farmed instead.
Yeah.
Maybe he has friends. And there is gonna be
no
the
Wyvern 6 yet.
Tavo has no Firefly. He's in trouble, and Chris Luck's going to be able to kill Tavo. I think no. A nice lift by Theo, throwing him back into Whisper. Do they chase for more? Tavo has Boots of Trouble. He has Firefly. You got to be a little bit careful because he has move speed. And yeah, he's going to be running at you. Oh, the canceled stun by the Ogre forces out the ulti so he doesn't get stunned, but he is X. He gets brought back. What else do we have? The Ogre doesn't have boots even yet, as you said. Gets the stun up. There's going to be Schofield taking a lot of damage. It's going to be Chris Luck, though, maybe going down. Gets pushed downhill. Instead, he's going to get it to double kill. Don't make it a triple. NoPing. They're not going to, but it will be. 40R still going down. Maybe they don't have the most damage. Just Kunkka will get brought down by both supports. KJ says, yo, this fight's not over. We still got some high skill plays here. Ogre versus Grimstroke action, but no boots.
He tried to flame
multicast. Oh my goodness, and he gets the kill. KJ once again doing it, but that's a lost team fight there from NoPing.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. He tried to flame break the Inkswald Slark away from his teammates in order to dodge the very blast of it at the end, but he actually hit him into his teammates, giving him a 3-man stun. And might as well just have another death on the board for KJ, who is now 3-4-4.
He's putting in work, but the problem is it's an Ogre.
9-11 kill scored.
11 minutes.
11 minutes into the game.
These
2K net worth.
So fun to watch play each other.
Boots of Travel, Batrider, Diffusal Blade coming out on PL. Soon, 900 gold off. Going to be pretty solid timing for him. #1 net worth. Spectre, on the other hand, 2,500 gold towards a Radiance, but by no means is that net. He's 2,500 gold toward a Radiance, so his effective net worth right now is 2,100.
Yeah.
And Bristleback does find an Iron Talon. Gives that to probably Slark would be the best user of that, but Hector also farms more. So.
Oh, they're diving under the tower. Chris Luck just runs in. No mercy. He actually does hit the pounce. He is hasted up, and that helps. Ogre's here now. It is going to be the ulti pop by Chris Luck so he doesn't get stunned. They bring Whisper down, and this is not only going to be a +1 agility, it looks to be a +2 agility. Right clicks after right clicks, and the agility just stacking
Rubik died to Whisper top as well.
Wow, so a quick 3 for a trade. Not only that, they're going to get the tier 1 tower. That's a lot of team gold right now.
Goes to Bile. He's going to be forced to run away. 100 gold off his defusal. This is the last chance Whisper has to bully him around. Doppelganger's on cooldown for a few seconds here. Going to use it to get rid of that sticky nasal goo thing.
The viscous.
Yeah, the viscous. Thank you.
That visky stuff.
There's a lot of snot and goo and stuff being
Tossed
sprayed
around
all
this
over.
game.
Yeah.
There really is.
What happened to social distancing, Grant? I don't know about
in
this.
Dota, Bristleback, you know Bristleback.
If he got the virus, the whole rest of the Dota community would be done for.
With that Axe, but we see 40R still rotating top. He's getting close to his Radiance as well. 3,800. He's at 37 gold. 3,700, pardon me. And it feels like, as you said, Diffusal Blade plus that Radiance. That's going to be a pretty big, like, 5-man timing for Radiant,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. Recipe away for 40R, and let's see. Wyvern does have the ultimate up. They do have the double curse combo so that nobody gets attacked. I'm joking, it's not really ideal, but do you know if Splinter Blast splits on 2 heroes? Like if you have 2 heroes and you Splinter Blast as one of them as the main target, it'll hit both?
Yes, it does.
Does it really?
Yes, it does.
Wow, okay.
I'm only saying that because Kat gave me a thumbs up, so if I am wrong, I will cover my bases, but I trust the young man.
Young is loosely defined here.
BSJ, you're nothing but a bully this whole event. What's wrong with you? Nah, just kidding. We do see Beastcoast actually grouping up a little. Both supports plus Chris Slug. They're just on a D ward mission. One of the, underrated aspects we didn't even talk about, just wards are going to be a lot less for the Radiant because of the Slark.
Yeah, I am a huge advocate of constantly holding on to a sentry in your inventory on Slark. Especially, it was a huge buff to Slark that you no longer can have to Quelling Blade wards. You can just hit them from the low ground because you used to have to maintain a slot just for that Quelling Blade. And now, I don't like that he doesn't have sentries, but the team is pretty active about dewarding. He walks through a ward, knows there is one.
Yep,
Wish you had a sentry right then and there, but you don't.
There might just be a fight. Whisper's losing all of his mana.
He has Ocean Heart, though.
14 wands. He does, so he's got the HP and mana regen. X marks the spot, brings one back. Maybe not. That Rider actually gets held into place.
Slark's going ham.
Should be the last one to go down, but Slark is building up a ton of agility. Grimstroke gets stunned in the back. That should be another kill as well. He links them together. Whisper's just chilling here, double gooing him up. Will it be enough? It seems like they want to. In comes the Spectre. No Radiance, but he has the Relic, so at least he's doing some damage. And KJ runs the opposite way to try to bait him away from the team. And it will work, but 40R. Oh, Chris Slug, can he get him? No, he gets held by Whisper. See you later, Alligator. There's the multicast as well. KJ with the buyback. The Centaur stun. Will it be enough? They're taking a lot of quill damage. Will they get it? He
the Ocean Heart regen.
And he goes down. Oh, these two teams have no chill in any of these 4 games. They are willing to take fights at all moments.
Yeah, he didn't even have Radiance yet, and he's going to have it now on K1. He didn't die there, so yeah, the Slark goes down, but most notably Spectre, I'd say the major winner, the breadwinner of that fight.
And you see the replay here. This was a fight. The X comes out in the Winter Wyvern. I love it. He just throws his ulti out to slow anyone down. He knew he was going to die no matter what. And it does. It sets up the Slark to be able to get a bunch of agility, zone some people off. He did end up going down, but as you see over here, it's like a 2v2. You get 2 free ones for Whisper. And there's the Spectre coming in, as we said. No Radiance, but did have the Relic, so was doing a little bit of right-click damage. And man, it's a 3K lead for NoPing. 13-16 at 16 minutes in, these two. And the buyback from KJ, I love it. Just you're a 5-position support. Your buyback costs 200. You get 1 kill or even 1 assist. All of a sudden, you're back in the game. Middle lane by Schofield. That's a PL with a Yasha and the Diffusal. So what is Spectre just automatically the best hero on the map once you get this Radiance, or is because this PL is so far?
You gotta be careful. He's still very vulnerable, but in terms of threat,
Whisper,
he's huge.
Is he just dead? You got to bring your team over. Lelis has the ulti. He's running over. I don't know if it's going to be enough. They might just let him die. Is he going to cast it on an illusion? No. They bait it out, and Whisper does survive. I love it. Don't commit the ulti.
They do have 1 point in Cold Embrace, so Laylis can help him out if need be.
Yep. Oops, stun on the Slark, taking a ton of damage, has Dark Pack. Already used his ulti, by the way, so Slark, if he gets stunned, yeah, this should just be a kill. He's running back. Look at the Ogre's like, yo, I'll bring him back. There is, as you said, that 1 point saves Chris Luck for now. Whisper, low HP, doesn't care. Chris Luck getting run down by Costa Belay. He's just trying to kill the back lines. But on the front, Hector getting kited around. Chris Luck still alive somehow. There's going to be the curse.
Oh, they're all grouping around the Rubik so that nobody else can mess with him.
Yeah, we get
ready. Steals the Arctic Burn.
Back. Is he the next one to die? He's doing a lot of damage. The Ogre's like, yo, I don't do anything. Someone has to help me. Lelis goes down, Whisper goes down, and NoPing. A long, drawn-out fight, but they will win that 2-0.
Yeah, Spectre Hunt is coming off cooldown now. That's a pretty big deal. 10 seconds. May have to TP back to base, but does just stick back to enough mana to haunt.
Is the Spectre ulti, I know Rain's always good and the Spectre ulti is good, but NoPing's been playing this pretty much 5-man. Doesn't that take away a lot of the power of the Spectre, or no?
It does, but they don't have a pipe or anything. They don't have that offlane
True.
Mars or Underlord rushing that pipe. They just have this offlane Batrider with Boots of Travel and a Blink, so Radiance Burn will effectively do damage in fights.
Oh, middle. Lelis, he's going to put himself under. This is going to be the boat. He already used the torrent to find the creeps. He'll get cleaved. Who's going to get the kill? Theo's like, per Rubik players, mine. Steals spells, steals kills. Oh, Chris Luck, he leaps away. Does he have the dark packed up? He does. He didn't even use it. Wow, that was patient. Now they're going to fight. Chris Luck almost just goes down immediately again, but Theolacor, first one to die. Schofield picks him up. 40 are trying to cleave him down. K1 Hector, he's losing all of his mana. KJ next to die, technically a dieback.
In some trouble, I think.
They are. He will just jump uphill. Whisper, though, might run him down. One stack of goo goes on him. He's going to go for the TP. Do they have the damage to bring him down? Nice push back there from the Batrider.
He hesitated on that pounce from Chris Luck. It only hits the real hero. It doesn't hit illusions. He should have just thrown it out, but maybe just a bit slow there. He obviously knows that mechanic being a
pro Slark player.
Yeah.
TP in from Theolacor. Maybe they just want to run it back. We continuously see him. Oh, we lost the fight. Guess we should go back in now.
Yasha coming out for Hector, working on that Manta. Pretty big timing for him there. The Manta amps up your damage, especially against solo supports in the back.
Yeah.
Pure damage coming out from the Desolate per attack. Almost to that level 15 talent. Wonder if he's going to take the Desolate damage because he doesn't have any mana this game. He's against the Diffusal PL and he has no Soul Ring. Oddly enough, noticing he did elect to skip that. And Slark may be in some trouble bottom, showing on the wave, gets X. You can't purge that. And
no mana.
Yeah.
Bye.
This is why PL is very good against Slark. The matchup's heavily favored and kind of surprised they were willing to pick Slark into PL if you ask me, but to each their own.
Well, ADR, he is just farming up almost level 16 now, going for that BKB second item. And they're going to try to force this tower. They know they might have the better. And oh, Spectre, the real one, just throws a dagger up. There's going to be the X. There you be able to lock him down again. But the silence goes on top of ADR, so he might not be able to chain it together. Well played there by Schofield. But Tavo thinking about going back in. Lelis dying to a PL. Whoa, runs around and gets him. Whisper, now you got to be careful. It feels like this PL can just run into you and you can't do anything.
Courier?
Actually kills the Courier. Whisper, you're losing all your mana. He will output a ton,
Whisper.
but they can't get him. Glimmer Cape comes out. Grimstroke get it go down as well.
What is happening?
And it's just an absolute beatdown from NoPing. And this is what we wanted to see, though. It felt like the other grand finals, a little bit of stumps. Not this one. Poised to possibly go to a game 5. Spectre pops the Essence Ring, but he's just locked down completely. There's no way you're getting out of this. Goodbye. Chris Luck gets the kill on Theo. Here comes the boat. Will it hit? No. It does give a little more survivability.
On the Ogre.
Goodbye, Ogre. Yeah.
I think you could have gotten somebody higher priority with that one.
Yeah, Costa Belay was at 600 HP.
Yeah.
The possibility of getting a kill there, but they were grouped up. Oh, and another kill. No, the Firefly wears up, but luckily the lasso actually does damage now, so it helps bring him down.
Yep.
And they give him the tip there. Batrider having a good game. 8-4-6 on Tavo.
You know, I'm really happy that we're potentially going to a game 5 and that this is a close series. But for the love of God, could these heroes at least could these teams give us some action, maybe some kills?
Yeah, it feels like we're just farming.
Yeah.
20. How many kills are we are at 43 kills in 22 minutes. And this feels like it's not even the most kills we've seen in the game.
Yeah, we're basically at league levels now.
Yeah. top. Costa Bile almost level 18 now. Has another item flying it. No, just clarity he's using. Thank you. And there's a regen rune bottled up by Batrider, who just picked up his 4 staff. So blink in, 4 staff out. Someone's going to be out of position more than likely because you don't really have a save on Dire for that lasso.
Yeah, is Costa Bile going to consider a Silver Edge on PL against the Spectre and the Bristleback? Seems like a pretty dope Silver Edge game. And he has the Vampire Fangs, which is a pretty sick item here to sustain through the Radiance for PL. Usually lifesteal's kind of meh, but when you're dealing with a Radiance and that's really the only source of damage on you, you're effectively negating it as long as you're hitting somebody. He is queuing up the Heart, but I really strongly like him to consider the Radiant or the Silver Edge. He will just eliminate Bristleback and Spectre from the game with that. Maybe he'll go it next. I have to imagine it's on his radar.
On the other side, Spectre still doesn't have that Manta 1,000 away. Hector, he's still only 2,000 below the next farmed hero, but Spectre doesn't catch up quite as quickly as some of the other heroes he plays.
Chris Luck doing a little scouting of wards here.
Ooh, and top, Glimmer capes him in, get an inhibit, and this should be a free +1 agility here. Gets it. So 8 permanent agility, but they want to fight. Tabo actually boots the travel in, yeah. But hasn't got it quite yet. Schofield there, Lelis there. He will just get the pull. Whispers here now as well. Clumsy net to hold him in place. Glimmer Cape as well, negating a little bit of that AoE damage. Boat only hits onto 1, but Schofield's going to die so quickly to that PL. Who's dying on the other side? It will be Tavo going down. Hector gets the kill, 650 gold. Lelis dies as well. Costa Bile beyond godlike, but a double kill for both carries. Whisper now getting right-click down, but he's doing so much damage with all these wills stacking up. Slark will pop his ulti, as you said. Now ADR, even with that BKB, he doesn't even feel that save. He's dancing on him, but he's dancing all the way to his grave. That's going to be another kill from the net. 1,100 gold to the Spectre.
That's it?
That's a lot of gold.
And now they're going to walk into Roche with Manta. Spectre, one of the fastest Rochers in the game with that Manta pure damage, as well as the Bristleback minus armor.
He's going to find a double damage to help out if they need as well. This is a
Dude, just go hit tier 1 mid, honestly. You have hit for 400. Your team's going to be able to finish the roast pretty fast, but it looks like he's going to make sure this gets done in time. I don't mind the play. Maybe he just wants the Aegis.
Let's see. Yeah, he wants the Aegis.
Odd. Spectre, very good Aegis hero. But you got to love in Hector fashion. One of the best buyback heroes in the entire game. Buys out for an ultimate orb.
Look at this. Chris Luck's going to get another kill. Ooh,
the snowball effect is in play from these Essence Shift stacks. He's going to chase, I believe. No, he gives up. Does get another 6 or 7 hits there. So up to 29 for now. Going to be losing in about a minute. So they'll definitely look to make use of that. They are slowly ticking off. I'd love for him to have hit that mid tower instead of going for the Roche, because that was a free tier 1 that they're probably not going to get now.
I got a question. And I actually don't know the answer. Wait, sorry. X Torrent. He pops the Dark Pack, leaps over, and he'll be fine. Okay, so when Dragon Scale hits, does it do 18 damage immediately, or do you have to wait?
I believe you have to wait.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on that, though.
Oh, you're good. It's one of those. I'm like, I do not know myself either, so don't know if it's instant or if it, like, is that good on Slark. Pretty good, since you're always beating down people. Titan Sliver found by the Dire side. Who you giving that to? Does it go to the Spectre, or does it go to the Slark?
Paladin Sword probably goes to Slark.
Oh, we are going to find a catch top. It's Schofield just making space. That is 5 heroes that all of Beastcoast sees, so they feel confident if they want to go bottom or middle at this point.
I have to imagine Slark's going to take the Paladin Sword, but he actually elects to take the Titan Sliver. Paladin Sword's pretty sick on that hero just because it amps up the ult from the regen from your ult as well. But obviously Titan Sliver is pretty sick too. So it's kind of, you know, a good problem to have choosing between 2 of the best neutral items in the game for Slark.
Yeah, not too shabby. Still haven't taken that middle tower yet, as you said. We just see now the Kunkka as well as this Rubik can spam out waves so easily.
I am really not a fan of this Silver Edge, or of this Heart on PL. I think if you notice what happened last fight, it was the enemy team killing all of his team and then focusing him. Yeah. And Heart means that they can continue doing that. I think he has to be more of a threat in these fights, making it so that if they ignore him as long as they did, they're all dead, rather than doing exactly what they did. So Beastcoast is going to smoke up. Haunt on the ready. Both teams have all their stuff, but Lasso on 20-second cooldown. They do have the Dire Ward. I believe they saw Ogre. I don't know if he's the ideal target, but Night Vision from Slark does allow you to see full 1800, one of the few heroes in the game that has that. Maybe they'll CPL.
Tavo.
He's farming Ancients. Courier, they know he's here. That's real. Oh, he hesitated on the pounce.
Oh, and he gets the
that's
correct
so lucky.
one downhill.
That's so lucky, actually.
Hey, sometimes
Dude, you don't get Essence Shift from it. You know it's not real.
And they'll just get out. So, a good spot on that doppelganger there. Gets him out. They will try to bring down this tier 1. No creeps.
Though. Good scouting by him. Really good on Slark if your team's looking to take objectives to scout around that vision that other heroes can't see because that 1800 night vision.
And they're just going to beat down this tower. Finally, now the fact that Rubik and Kunga, they don't want to walk up into this. If you just get leapt on or any sort of disable, you're going down.
Vector going for a Scotty. I guess it's pretty good against the Batrider BKB if he ever gets one. And Kunkka BKB, it's not the best at slowing melee heroes, but it does slow nonetheless. So I guess he's like going for a wider mana pool, but at the same time that gives you more mana burn, giving you more damage from PL. But there's obviously an argument both ways.
A full BKB, only about 300 to 400 away on this Slark, and it feels like that's always Chris Luck's timing. He gets like that one Echo Saber or maybe that Diffusal Blade like he has now, BKB, and all of a sudden, for 10 seconds, you're the best hero in that fight.
Spectre full Scotty, TPing back to base to get mana for Han.
Oh,
gonna be a few seconds.
They're going in. Oh, he actually misses the pounce, but there will be a silence. A lot of 4-steps on the Radiant side we would see, but Theo Licor instead will just get found. Should be another agility. You gotta watch out. Slark does have the Aegis though, and here comes the Spectre. Hansen going for more. Will they find Tavo? No, looks for ADR. Wants to maybe bait out the BKB, but Kunkka holds on to it, and looks like they'll just go for a tier 2. So they do use the Spectre ulti there though.
Not too big of a deal when you have Aegis like this.
Might
but
just
you
slow
have to
down
be
the
careful
push
of getting lassoed is the problem. So you can't really go high ground, I don't think, just because the displacement into the tier 4s. We don't have a Weaver in this game with Ag. You can't just pull him right back out of the base, as we saw yesterday from Crit. But Lotus Orb on Bristle queued up. That's a pretty big item, if you ask me, against the single target disables that NoPing has. Pretty much all their disables are single target. He does just X top, so he's just going to clear the wave and back off. Spectre may even be able to kill this tower with just illusions. Those things hit for 13 a hit.
Will they do it? The creeps coming. Will it clear out that first one in time? I think the tower might survive BSJ. What are you saying?
It's going to survive barely. I think they'll deny it right after.
Oh, yeah. Survive 68. He does get the range creep somehow with the Radiance, but...
Valley.
Costa Belay still just firm. He does, I believe, have the full heart, or no? He just doesn't have it. In
I think he was on the courier. Okay. No, it was on the courier and it died.
So he has a lot of gold plus that heart for the next fight. You still want to see the shadow, the silver edge?
Hey, yeah, I would be really disappointed if he doesn't. It's effectively, if you're hitting Bristle from behind, he goes from taking 60% damage to 100%. So you're amping him by 66% damage, which is pretty crazy. And then on the Spectre, she reduces damage by 22%, but it's 22 out of 78 Grant.
Yes.
Which is actually about 27% amp that you're doing on her. So it's a lot of percent amp for an item that already gives you damage as well. Yeah. And for Spectre, it's also damage that is effectively reflected. So you're not only amping that, but you're also not taking the damage back when you're hitting her.
Yep. And well, I hit the net worth graph, and it's the first time Beastcoast has been ahead all game, but Whisper getting run down. Possible team fight incoming. Spectre does have the ulti, so you got to be careful. Slark will get triple multi-casted, as well as pushback, taking a lot of damage. There's the X. He will Dark Tag to leap away. Wants to get some of his HP back in the shadows. Costa Belay taking a little bit of damage as well. And they're trying to bait out maybe a bad Spectre ulti, but Hector, he's holding on to it. And there it is. Spectre is going to ulti. Who does he want to go for? It's Steel Licor, obviously. Pops the Mantis so he doesn't get X right away. We are going to see the Torrent. Won't be enough. On the other side, it is going to be Costa Belay and KJ put together, but they try to back up a lot of damage. There's the winner, Wyvern.
The silence.
It's going to be the kill. Costa Belay, no. He jumps away, but Whisper says, I'm going to get you. Will he, though? Meanwhile, he goes down. The Spectre was 2v1 zoning the entire fight against the middle and the Rubik, and they just clean up. And I believe this game has been torn asunder, my friend, for Beastcoast.
Yeah. It's funny. He's using the Scotty as a way to just make the Rubik and Kunkka not move. like he's not even killing them. He does virtually no damage, but if they try to walk through him, they're walking at slow motion and effectively giving his team a 4v3, and that's where heroes like Slark and Grimstroke just thrive, right? Slark wants to be isolated, have there be separated skirmishes, feeding off of one hero at a time, and coming out of that fight, he's got 16 Essence Shift stacks temporary and 12 permanent.
Oof. It's a lot of permanent already at 32 minutes in.
Yeah, and Bristleback considering going for the Shivas instead of the Lotus, which is perfectly fine if he wants to do it against the PL. Shivas and Radiance, the two idealistic items for minimizing the damage of PL with the AoE attack speed slow, and also helps you find the real one because it nukes the illusions and it eliminates either it boils it down to him and the illusion that takes full zero regular damage. Excuse me, God, I can't talk.
You're good. Beastcoast up 4K now. They went from barely being up to gaining a big lead.
Schofield?
Were they going to find Chris Lux here, though? There's the Inkswell, and that's a pretty scary on the Slark. Will get the stun. He just pops the BKB. There's a Force Staff, so maybe a little bit early on that BKB.
Yeah, no haunt for 5 seconds, so they...
Uh-oh, and there's going to be the
no
pull.
dark pack.
He has his ulti, but no dark pack. As you said, the silence will be there. He gets his ulti up,
Haunt?
so he'll at least be healing. The haunt comes out. Uh-oh, Grimstroke actually yields himself in the air. He's so damn farmed, I didn't notice. Tabo's going to go down to the Inkswell, and it's going to be a quick 2-for-1 trade. Costa Belay still full HP, but Chris Lux, he finds the Ogre. Give me that permanent. No, nice Force Step up on the hill, saving him, but ADR, he's zoned out. Do we have a leap? Not for 1 second. He should make it out. He does. Meanwhile, Hector gets KJ, and he's chasing for more. It's Tavo. This would be a dieback. The dagger hits before he blinks. He had it up, but he has Force Staff. Whisper running for it. There's the net. Whoop. Force Staff's out. Makes it. And uh-oh, Whisper and Troll. He doesn't take the most damage, though, is the problem, because once he's out of mana, PL doesn't do too much. Nice double taunt onto both cores. Flame breaks him as well. Buyback after buyback. It's going to be a 4-on-5 fight for NoPing. They got to make something happen here with these buybacks, it feels like. Whisper, 6 stacks of that sticky. Do they chase him? No, it gets purged off. The Spectre Manta illusions are just eating the backside. Theo LaCour, he does not feel well right now.
Leashed.
Costa Belay in trouble, has some mana, has some HP, doesn't have HP for long. They need to help him. Doppelgangers away. Goo on to 1, not the right one. Here comes the boat. They need it. It will be a lot of damage mitigation. Can they kill the PL? Doesn't look like it. Theo, though, will definitely go down. Locks him in place. ADR has to pop out that BKB. Chris Luck leaps
KJ,
downhill.
no.
Give me that permanent agility. Tabo flying back uphill. He's alive.
Oh, the curse on the real one!
Will it be enough? They're taking the mana away from him. He has a doppelganger, but he gets silence. I don't know if he'll make it out. He mantis. He jumps away. Will they chase for more? Which one's real? It will be the last one to try to help him. No, he goes down. He buys back. Tavo, that's a dieback for him. 3 dead, no buyback. Do you hit the tier 3 and then the tier 4? It's BSJ, or do you play
you
cool?
go for it. Yeah,
Okay.
as a Slark player, you take this bajillion agility that he has, 87 free from the passive and 15 permanent. Now it's only 78, but that's a lot of damage. And yeah, they're going to burn the mana, so maybe you have to back off. Honestly, I just said you go for it, but Beastcoast, I'm not even going to pretend to predict what they're going to do, because they
they can do whatever they
they
want.
always surprise me. You know, Roche is up. I'm fine with that approach if they want. I think the no mana is the problem.
Range Drax. Will it go down to the siege units? A miss uphill. Oh, it actually survived because of the miss uphill. Do it.
That's what he's like, deny it, pussy.
Yeah.
But no, I think the fact that they have no mana makes it so that the Slark doesn't feel nearly as powerful with those Essence Shift stacks. Does find another DD,
Ooh,
but I think,
Roche
yeah,
up
his
as
Essence
well.
Shift stacks are going to be expired by the time he could make use of that DD, so... Obviously one of the best heroes in the game with a DD. He does fly himself 2 mangoes and clarities.
2 clarities, 3 mangoes.
I like it because it makes it so he doesn't have to go back to base. He wants to make use of the tail end of these 14 Essence Shift hits.
Possibly the last fight for NoPing.
Oh, they realize
it's
it's real.
the Spectral. They do. If they just kill the PL here, the game pretty much ends. He does make it uphill. Here comes the boat to mitigate damage. He's stuck. It's
XD from Hector. Keck W.
Yep, if you were forgetting game 2, well, the game's not over yet. They're still fighting. It's going to be ADR, but he's
Question mark
right
coming out from the
down.
Batrider as his mid laner's dying, and so is he. Question mark from Hector. GG, says Theo LaCour. Donde Estas Schofield asks, where are you is that where you from, right?
Go say God, he does. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you didn't know, though, there was a